1-0 versus Sock starting. This is the Winnerbracket semi-final of Group D. So we'll see who goes into the Winnerbracket final. Also in this group is Mikael and Linguagua. So 3 races represented here in the group. And without further ado, we move on to Autumn Leaves. Changing the title real quick. Whoops. There we go. I think there's a mod for Reforge which does it the same way. I'm not the biggest fan of the quenching UI, to be honest. It still keeps the portrait. Get rid of the portrait. The unit picture is Warcraft 3, removing that would be too big of a change. Don't think so. If you play, yes, but for an observer it makes no sense. Like, what information does this give you now? That it's warm at the altar, or... I don't know, there's no value. There's no value. Anyway, we can talk about UI things later, once the game is over. As we have Sock on the bottom left hand side for the Africa Freaks. Never remove the avatar, that's the unique Warcraft 3 thing. Well, it's also a unique Warcraft 3 thing to have only 3 servers and shit conditions and no ladder. But that doesn't mean we can't improve it. Anyway, now let's focus on the game. 1-0. Coming in with the DK. We'll definitely steal something here. Of course, we have the best comparison possible. We're watching Happy all Sunday long. And so far, this doesn't look too impressive. He threw 1 coil. He got a little bit of experience, but that's about it. He must get this wolf. I mean, Sock is already level 2. I don't know, man. There's also good damage on the DK. This feels like Sock is handling this really well. This is, of course, a late expansion. Oh no, he didn't even get it now with the skeletons. But, whew, that was close. But yeah, no tech yet. Need some more gold. It's still okay. Not an overwhelming harass. Good deny by 1-0 too. And it's expansion bottom right. Okay. Haven't seen that too much. Sock was defeated by Happy 2 days in a row. That was a little rough. In Warcraft Champions, also in ESL Cup, and it was both a 2-0. Maybe lesson learned here. And yeah, this defense looks already good, man. The DK is way too hurt. The Fiend is already hurt. That's what you learn when you play with the Master. There's not much that 1-0 is getting done here. Oh, the block against the Skelly! No way he keeps that footman safe. Has to use a coil for that. That movement was swag. But okay, we are on tier 2. Crystal Ball to scan against that. Sock is now in a position where he has to catch up all the time. Trying to prevent some more damage, but 1-0 also has to creep at some point. We have a lot of footmen left. I can only imagine this is going to be a run by. He's moving in a way that suggests that I think he's a little late for the slaughterhouse. shouldn't be able to cancel that anymore, but he can keep 1-0 on the side of his map. Keep him from creeping, just distract, buy time for the expansion, buy time for the tech. The green is already done on the right hand side. I think Sock wanted to creep that away. Going 2 towers here, heavier than the Europeans for sure. 1-0 is not attacking. He's also playing this newish heavy tier 2 style. Now, this is a rough game for 1-0. Nova helps for a double kill, but if he gets a Fiend or just stays in the fight for a little longer, that's decent. But the Lich is getting some entry kills. Whew. Things are turning around slowly. I think he's donating too many footmen here. Was it 4 footmen? But all of the spells used here means he can't use them on the workers, and workers are the most important things at the moment. There's pressure on the decay, there's pressure on the Lich, there's pressure on the Fiends, and there's pressure on the statue as well. I like it. And 1-0 takes a step back. If he's waiting for tier 3 now, this harass is way too late, isn't it?
A player's forces are under attack.
He is. They both want to push now. It's a game of chicken. Sock doesn't have too much units anymore. Might even go into rifles. Just to have some ranged units. Oh, the Lich is tanking the arcane. That's so much mana. And the Ghoul goes down as well. I really don't like the game of 1-0 too much, to be honest. I think Sock Sim City is not as good as the one of Chemico. I really hope Sock has a shop in the main. But the oh, statues around, Acolyte attacked. I don't think he has a shop. Another footman is blocking 2 Fiends. Whoa, this is rough. Did he kill that? Not yet, but he will now. He's losing way too much. Ah, there's a shop in the middle. Didn't catch that. Cheeky plays with the farm, I like it. Can't enter, they're all waiting in line. Thank you, Shaman, for the 15-month resub. And the economy of 1-0 is just in shambles. Not saying that he's not mining anything anymore. And he would just love to have a skeleton rod of necromancy, something. Helps a ton that there's no arcane anymore. They don't want to fight each other. They're just getting rid of each other's economy. Thanks for the heal potion. Oh, is he looking? 1-0 is 160 gold. That's it. While arriving on tier 3, don't know if he invested too much into like destroyer upgrade and other upgrades. Problem is, yeah, only now the second hero, but tier 3 has started. He was prioritizing that quite a bit. You don't really need more experience on the Archmage at this stage of the game, so saving everything for MK and a possible Paladin is good. This is a weird game, guys. But I think 1-0 is salvaging this now for a bit. Do we have more Rod of Necromancy? I kinda doubt it. Sock sacrifices all his footmen. He's not going into workshops, which is odd.
A player's forces are under attack.
Wonder if the Archmage gets homesick. He hasn't been there in a long time. Well, I would die to get our hero overlay now. MK, who with the potion? No nuke anymore, is there? There's a coil. I would love to have a gold comparison. And maybe the Sock is not as far ahead as I thought. Has to rebuild ghouls. Ooh. He got 400 gold, but still no orb. Don't think he has backpack, does he? Mostar! 57 months of subbing, man. Closing in on the 5 years. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love your game at GNL. Super fair play from you, man. Shout out. For Sock, it's all about gathering resources, and he never stopped mining. I think it's fine. It's a little bit of repair and rebuilding towers, but apart from that, he got to tier 3. He still had double income. Yeah, supply is super low, but he has double rags. He can go into knights relatively soon. He lost a lot of footmen. That's unfortunate. Sick that 1-0 always has mana. Actually didn't expect that. Why is he not building knights? He's on tier 3 for a long time and he had resources. Like, where are the knights? This is not your normal human verse on that game. Pally out, Pally and MK underleveled. Need to hold this blacksmith. Okay, lots of destroyers. Do we have web? Oh, we don't have web, do we? Well, he killed a ghoul very early on and rebuilt it very late. So maybe there was no lumber. That having free reign over the air can't happen. Destroyers are not part of this. Time to go for knights now. And of course, in 1-0 side, time to build web. Good for 1-0 that there's not a single real unit. Sock is only fighting with his heroes, and man, how knights would have torn this army apart. Can't help to think that this is a mistake. It's tanks? I don't think so. Here's a knight. Holy light, holy light. Whew, that was the last one. We do have a staff. Might need it soon. Didn't stab. Sock.
Player's forces are under attack.
I mean, still kinda decent. Only a level 1 hero. Solo experience on the Pally, or almost solo experience on Pally. But yeah, if you combine, like, to be honest, right? If you combine, compare this game to Happy vs. Hawk throughout the weekend, like any of the series, Happy vs. Hawk is at least 2 levels ahead. Am I just biased, or? This all seems a little improvised. Okay, we get new knights now. It's 2. Can he bring the destroyers in?
forces are under attack.
There's the staff. Okay. Good mana management on this DK. Oh, he killed all the destroyers in the main. Yeah, you're so right. But 1-0 gets control over this game. Question is for how long? 2 heroes at the castle. There's a TP, so 3 hurt heroes at the castle. Yeah, I mean, obviously Happy is better than 1-0, but also for a long time we said the Korean humans are the best in Human vs. Undead. This might absolutely not be the case anymore. Like Blade and Hawk, I guess, are a lot better. Nova Snipes experience, and this MK and Paladin never really coming up. How is Sok so low on lumber? On a map with a shredder. Naga third again, the 1-0 classic. And he's out leveling hard. Yeah, these fights in the middle, like usually this matchup is suffering for the human. And then at some point you have an army and then you brawl, but Sok was only fighting with units trickling in. 1 knight, 2 knights at max. That felt like wrong decisions. Sok is trying to save trees. Not so sure about that, mate. So what do we got against hero focus? There's web now. I mean, it's barely over 50. Now 65. But the gyros are all useless. They're all useless. Good frost armor by 1-0, always slowing down the knights. And there's a full DK almost. Wouldn't be too surprised if he had another mana potion. MK, a little bit in trouble. Nice invul potion for a bit. Needs holy lights, man. He needs holy lights. Feels like 1-0 warmed up a bit. The coils are getting better. But he can't do damage to the echo. That's still the biggest issue. No, either counter expand or damage the human income. Yeah, Johnny Cage as well, you're right. Real hard to get rid of this abomination now, but you kind of have to ignore it, I feel. It doesn't do much. So if you can, ignore it. We got another Destro. And a couple of gyros, but as long as there are fiends, everything is fine. It's a weird dynamic. Oh, fiends are falling rapidly now. The DK had so much mana, 2 fiends falling. Did he use it prior to this? Is he saving it for something? Oh, good sequence for Sok, real good. Yeah, it's a weird dynamic of first you got fiends, then you go into destroyers, then there's gyros. The fiends have to counter the... Oh, Naga. The gyros. Otherwise the gyros take out the destroyers and then you don't need the destroyers anymore. That also means you don't need too many fiends anymore, but then you want destroyers again, and it's so weird, man. 1-0 is losing so much when he's down a base. wild. Lich close to 5. Is Coil Nova?
A player's forces are under
Is Coil Nova the savior again? Paladin is not level 3. Oh, 1-0 is wasting quite some time attacking a horse. I mean, it's okay to attack a horse, but the one with the knights on top. Ich Trottel, thank you for the sub. Close to 2 years already, man. So sick. Sock is in full control now. Once the fiends are scared or taken care of, once the knights overwhelm the fiends, you also overwhelm the air with gyros as you produce them so quickly. At some point, fiends can't catch up if you play it smart and pool them before. MK gets the Holy Light, another fiend down, and of course there's always staffs. Naga is back, okay, that helps a bit. That was the last statue. And Pally level 3. I think it's totally fine for Sok to fight here. A, he has the experience, and B, he wants the levels. It's obviously not that great when you get the 5-5-3 on the undead side, because Coil Nova Fork Lightning is excellent, but he can just rebuild, and at some point there's a ceiling for the undead. Like, the ceiling is pretty much right here. Suck, you need more knights. You also need more gyros. And you get to get your army together. It's a wild back and forth between them, that's for sure, but the main base have expired. 1-0 is no income anymore. And has to break an expo while Sok is going for the second base.
under siege.
If you can take out a workshop, that might help. Ooh, it's 3 fiends against what? 8 gyros? Not easy. Needs the perfect kiting, but I don't think he's in a position where he's kiting perfectly at all. Lich at 50%. Once the Destros are gone, yeah, what do you do against the Knights? Absolutely nothing. Game for Sok. I guess a lot comes down to the early game, where 1-0 wasn't able to do too much. But it's kind of hard to analyze this game, as there were many mistakes on both sides. And just in general, kind of a wild game. I felt like 1-0 had control at some point, with the heroes low and supply kinda equal. But yeah, then he donated 3 fiends away in a fight. And that was the turnaround. That was kind of the nail in the coffin there. Decent hero control in the end. Not losing a hero against Coil Nova 3 and Fork Lightning 2. It's pretty good, but you need most of the coils for the Fiends anyway. As once there's 4 or 5 knights, Fiends are just terrified. And yeah, again, no Banshees, man. I guess in this game, I don't want to fault him too much, but I'm not a big fan of Abominations. It really feels like they're not doing something except if it's a super narrow map where you can block a lot. But what do they really do? 30 damage to a breaker? Instead of taking to Disease Cloud A-bombs, you should try to go for Banshees, I think. But 1-0 kind of refuses to use them. We built them once at DreamHack. That's pretty much it. But this was a weird base race to begin with. Like first 1-0, not going back, wasn't able to do too much damage to Sock's expansion, never broke it really, because I think Chamiko and Sock both got a lot better when it comes to SimCity and building buildings in front of buildings to block damage from the undead to the buildings and peasants. Yeah, not the best 1-0 of all time. Let's move on to map number 2. 1-0 for Sock, who also didn't have the best game. It feels like both of them were like, okay, I have a game plan in general. Let's see how this goes, while a Happy versus Hawk, for example, or Happy versus Blade is, okay, first second I do this, then this, then this, then this, then this, then this. Like, they have their entire game plan laid out. This felt a little bit more freestyle, to be honest. AKA rocks for the 3-month resub. Good job back to Warcraft. Keep it up. GG. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. At least we have the score. Kind of true. I really miss our overlay too. It's a very good product. So I got the result that 15 Sway defeated Pink 2-0 and Mikhail defeated Linguagua 2-0. So the winner of this faces Mikhail. So DK opening, we're on Northern Isles. Should be losers map. I'm not really sure how the map picks and bans work here. And I don't know if the cameraman is working at all. But there we go. Good morning. Yeah, Archmage DK should be the thing. 1-0 could be one of these undeads who goes for Crypt Lord still. But I doubt it. Yeah. It's the DK again.
A player's forces are under attack.
Doesn't surprise me, really. Drunken Bash, thank you for the 2 years. And 1-0 is taking some time. To creep first. Oh, gets the footman ensnared. That's a big deal. That's good experience. Pretty big loss for Sock right away.
A player's forces are under attack.
Sock is once again going for a slow expansion approach, just like he was on the first map. Not instantly, so there's not much surface at the moment for 1-0 to strike. Was that a steal? Oh, I'm not 100% sure. It should still be enough for level 3. This was so close. But you see the difference, right? With a 1-2-0 harass and a happy harass. This was 2 skeletons. Not a steal? Thanks. Okay, yeah, super important here to get the camp done. It's not 6 skeletons, it's just 2.
A player's forces are under attack.
And this is Watch Awards. Nice. Lots of militia. Did he go backpack for more skeletons? He needs more skeletons. 3 coils maybe? I really like it, man. 2 footmen and archmage onto the DK. That is a steal, okay, but that's a coil on cooldown. And that is... Wait, is there no creep left?
Player's forces are under
What? Oh my god, with the last skeleton. With the last skeleton he got level 3. Sick. And now the creeps wake up. Oh no. Expo coming again. Should be time to suffer soon, but... Sock is a diver guy, is he not?
player's forces.
And this time he might be in time for the slaughterhouse. Last time was already pretty bad. So either 1-0 stays here, sees this push coming, and can't really level, or he's exposing his base a lot. I guess telestaff or boots or both for the archmage. Oh no, he got that! Sock styling a little, is he not?
A player's forces are under attack.
This feels like a confident Sock, man. And Northern Isles is turning more and more into neutral territory. It's not the undead map anymore, to be honest.
A town is under
So much damage already. And the footmen on the base, at least a couple of them, he has to deal with them, otherwise the acolytes are falling prior to the attack. You don't want that. Yeah, maybe 1-0. It always feels like, especially in the Asian region, whenever someone wins a big tournament, the month after are super hard. Like, there's not the continuous dominance, like Colorful after WGL, 1-0 after DreamHack.
a player's forces are under attack.
Mikael after WGL 3rd place. But okay, let's not write 1-0 off. He still has a shot here. It's just his tech didn't really start yet.
The town is under siege.
Level 1 coil. Lich almost surrounded. DK already at 50%. This Archmage has just one goal. Burn Arthas. Or Arthas clone or whatever that is. Is the statue even reaching anything? No, right? Just constant water elemental pressure. And he has to move. And then he's out of range of the fiends and DK.
The town is under siege.
Feels like Sock is playing this a little greedy. Yeah, has to heal. Good. Footman micro. And again, there's no damage on the economy. He's not dealing with towers. He's not dealing with skeletons. He's not raising new dead. Does he has no... Right. He has no rod anymore.
Under attack.
Okay. And again. 3 arcane shots in the Lich. And 4. And 5. And 6. Too many. Way too many. That was the last Nova for a long time. But the DK healed up with the potion. Tier 3 on the rise. And the Mountain King is here. Whoa ho 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 ho! Did he kill a single peasant this game? Maybe one in the early game with a coil? But I don't think so. So absolute flawless economy for Sock. Rising up to levels to tier 3, building the double racks, building the double workshop.
Forces are under attack.
If you don't interrupt the human... I mean, he kept them from creeping. That's the best he did here. Couple of footmen, but... This is so rough. Lich damage is good.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, okay. Hero nuke always works, right? Would love to see the statue move back, get repaired, and then move back in. They're very fragile right now. If 1-0 actually finds Sock there at the lab, that could be brutal. Again, heavy emphasis on gyros early. Not sure if he has web this time. The economy, of course, a lot better for 1-0 as well. So there should be web. This might actually be the perfect timing. There's 6 fiends. And a peasant graveyard. He's probably gonna get the paladin out. Actually needs to. Oh, level 3 MK is so big. He doesn't have that much mana anymore, but there should be a shop nearby to get access to. And knights are coming as well. This is great timing. 2 knights at the same time, waiting for the gyros. Not too sure about Sock's resources and Sock's production. Oh, 6, that's nice. Okay, at the moment they can all get web. But he has to move the fiends to the south. Otherwise they're just dead. Just like this. Stormbolt, focus. There was the last or second last coil. But the gyros are breaking through. There's still some in the air. And this looks almost like critical mass. Lucky he had another coil. And okay, now the gyros are all over the place. The kiting for 1-0 is probably the best he's done all series. MK block is sweet though. Lack of range attacks makes it so the fiend can't attack. Things are heating up here, everybody. Feels like the game gets better. And Sock is losing all the gyros. 1-0 is saving a lot more units. And Pit Lord third to finish this. So how good was production? How many gyros are back? I think it's not many. 2 fiends remaining? 3 fiends remaining. Yeah, Pit Lord for Rain of Fire to get rid of workers. Is the knight stuck there? Ah, so unfortunate. How does this keep on happening to human? Okay, Sock has to attack soon. Okay. Fiends have to do the greatest job once more. Holy light. Oh, there's a lot of mana on the pally. And that was well done by 1-0. Wept them all in one place, put Rain of Fire on them. And so the destroyers can rain. Then the water elementals aren't an issue. This is looking way better for 1-0, but it's not the end for Sock yet. Needs great storm bolts, needs to take fiends out and save a lot of units, then kill destroyers. And it's working decent-ish. The problem is that there's only one workshop remaining. And now the gyros are all gone. That Web and Rain of Fire play was great. It was a potion. Trying to staff out, go to the shop. They're just aiming for another nuke, I feel. Stormbolt thrown, but the coil at the perfect time. So Sock is destroying his very own altar. Can't lose a hero anymore. To just free the knights. Would have loved to have these knights in the fights. And the statue is working overtime as well. When is it time for another Coil Nova? This should kill the Archmage. And this is what should seal the deal. Very obvious play to go for that Lich in a bit. Oh, the Nova. Man, 1-0 stepped up his kiting game by 1,000,000. Big heal pot? Alright, big heal pot, whatever. A little bit of healing. And he never rebuilt the workshop, if I'm not mistaken. Ooh, only now. This would be the perfect time to have a couple of gyros again and to attack. Yeah, neckbreaker workshop kill. That was a lot of kills. It will take a lot of time to take this castle out. Sock has 300 gold left. No upkeep to pay. But feels forced into an attack. Okay, this army is laughable. Yeah, I feel like this comes down to probably one mistake, and that was... Well, of course the knights in the base were a mistake. And not rebuilding the workshop. Is 1-0 too low on fee? Ah, no, he has 5. He just forgot to. I thought for a second only the 3 feeds, but no. Way better execution for the undead this time. They trying to collapse now. Would it make sense to go clap to control the fiends better? Oh, Book of the Dead against the 2 human heroes. That's a sweet play. That's a super sweet play. One can be staffed out, but now the healing is missing. As they are immobilized once they're getting staffed. Is there an Archmage staff ready? Is there? Is there? Is there? Nope. There's not. And with the MK dead, this looks like game. The destroyers, 3 out of 4 are still in the air. Cool to see a way better performing 1-0 on map 2. And that's game. full distance in map 1, in series 1 of Group D. At least in Asia, Northern Isles still in the undead hands. Still wasn't the greatest undead versus human I've ever seen. But okay, 1-0 gets better. And something is off for Sock, I feel, when it comes to production. It feels like he's a little low on lumber all the time. And the balance between knights and gyros is somewhat off. I'm not too sure what it is. We'll probably get another display of this. And this was probably 1-0's loser pick. So the better human map should be coming now. Why is 1-0 called, or why is eer0 called 1-0? Because in Chinese it's eer0. E is 1, er is 2, and the O is the 0. So that's 1-2-0. That's the same reason they call TH Ling Ling Ling. Lots of links. Should maybe play StarCraft rather. Real Tor Ninja, thank you for gifting subs. A sub. Yo Donk, what's up? Thank you. And we have our decisive game. Who's gonna face Mikael in the winner bracket final? In the bottom left it's Sock on concealed. Okay. That's surprising. Well, it was kind of the same map 3 in Hawk versus Happy, right? So shouldn't be too much of a surprise. Oh, the harass must be great. At the bottom right if Sock wants to go for an expansion again. And I gotta say, I was not too impressed by 1-2-0's harasses just yet. He's not slaughtering much. He also has very different priorities, I feel. Rather footmen than peasants. Is he even going for the second rod of necromancy? Don't know.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, we get backpack. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, first Fiend brings the second rod of necromancy, indicating we get a lot of skeletons, and a lot of skeletons indicate a lot of damage. Super annoying, this acolyte. But hey, take care of him before he steals your lollipop. Claws on him, level 2 guaranteed before going to this expansion. This gives 1-2-0 some time to creep up himself, raise some dead, and then move over. And Sock knows this. How will he respond?
A player's forces
Skeletons are very hurt. Usually I love when you all keep them up. But then I guess he has to creep another spot. Otherwise, 3 of these skeletons are just fodder. Okay, super important moment of this game. Lots of free shots on this DK by way too many footmen. And Sock plays this patient. This is of course 1-0 buying time. All time, like it doesn't matter what you do. The later the expansion comes up, the better it is. And he even delays the creep that way. So he's not arriving for the creep jack yet.
A player's
Or what he
forces
will.
are under attack.
Right on the ground. Let's go. How many corpses can he, or how many dead can he raise? How much damage can he do? That's 1 steal. And the cooldown should line up for the Null Overseer. Not too easy to do for Sock. Oh, I don't know if who got this one. Observer. Thank you. He wants to shock around for that Overseer so bad. Doesn't get it. Ooh, that coil was way too early. He got level 2 from this.
A player's forces are under attack.
But there's so many peasants. There's so many peasants still alive. Archmage's gonna wake up the creeps. Okay. Good escape. Oh, can he trap him? Can he trap him? That was close. That could have been game right there. But it looks really good for Sock, to be honest. This is one of the hardest expansion maps because of that creep spot. And Sock is not losing too many units here. This is a little unnecessary, but might have been a deny anyway. Question is, how far is the tech of 1-0? And can he break that tower somehow? Upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. Whew, Sock man, you're really slipping in micro, brother.
A player's forces are under attack.
And all of a sudden, 1-0 gets way too many kills. He got 3/4 of a level. And 4 additional peasants lost. So how far is the tech? Okay, Arcane is up. That means the skeletons. Oh my, he's already on the way to tier 3. That is huge. It's not too surprising. But yeah, that's not good. Aims for the lich. Close to fighting out. Okay, gets a hero kill in the undead base. That's also something. That shouldn't really happen. Ghouls are fighting. Was an unfortunate situation here, plus an instance around. And Sock is buying time with this. It's only a level 1 hero. He will be back. It's not getting anything stuck or something. But there's a lot of lumber that Sock is losing. Now the Archmage is trapped. Okay. Returning the favor, these two. I can do what you can do too. That mine is not saturated yet, right? It looked a little wonky.
A player's forces are under attack.
So, Orb is up. Was heavily prioritizing tech, which I like. He is still very low on lumber. No way, that Lich is getting surrounded again. Is that closed again? He has a big potion. This Lich shouldn't die. And then the return, 1-0 might get all footmen without taking too much damage. Yeah, pass the potion. I like that. Uses the coil first to save it for later. Also not bad. And 1-0 is owning now. MK comes in, but there's no follow-up damage anymore. Losing a destroyer! Oh, so much for owning! Cast a curse! Ay, 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 ay. We're back to this weird autumn leaves thing. Where everybody just loses all units all the time. Don't tell me he's gonna lose that MK. Nah, Boots the savior. Oh man, Sock lost everything. If he's not getting that destroyer, I think the game is just done. Super good for Sock? I don't know, man. Yeah, it was time, but I think he's still super far away from level 3. Did he get too many experience? I guess the Zeppelin is kind of a waste. MK is still level 1. I don't know. Damn, how far was this tech? It's 4-3 undead heroes now. I don't know, does he have anything to defend with? Fiend count is low though. These arcanes in this series. Peasants are all lining up to get burned. Oh, a follow-up. Okay, that was way too good. Arcane Tower is gone. Now, yeah, the Fiend count is the problem. DK in trouble. Might be forced into a TP soon. 3 destroyers. Still a statue on the ground. I think this is how you like it. Potion popped, or potion passed once again. And if you don't have enough fiends, just build 1,000,000 destroyers and take care of the gyros that way. Another rain of fire. You can rain forever, as there's no arcane. Another Destro needs a coil, otherwise it's super expensive. Gets it in time. Yeah, and now what? And now what? Trying to hero focus, trying to nuke. But Sock can't get the critical mass up at all. Once again, 1-0 striking a little too early. Lich in trouble though! Oh no, did he pass the TP? Then he can't get out! He didn't. Destroyers deal with the rest of the expansion, every single worker. Yeah, he passed the heal pod. I thought, what's he gonna pass? Heal pod is fine. If he's losing that TP, then the DK is dead as well. Destroyers are the new anti-air, I guess. $40 pop for Sock. Still doable. This This game feels so sloppy. This entire series feels so sloppy, man. So Sock's getting better and better by the minute. That Lich kill stopped a lot. It's a tavern revive. Ooh, these destroyers. I don't think they're gonna have a great time. Lich also without mana, no statue on the ground. This is horrible. Free damage on Destros.
Players' forces are under attack.
Okay, you were right. In the end, you guys were right.
Town is under siege.
If that Lich gets the potion, how does that look? But he needs the regen. How is there no statue? Ah, there is now. But there wasn't for quite some time. He's completely giving up on Fiends, is he? Mana is so low the entire time on Destros, on heroes. And Sock is more and more toying with his prey. The gyros take over. Lich! Oh, so close. Gets the potion. Yeah, but now there's no chance the destroyers reclaim the air. That means possible knights are not threatened at all. And that means the Fiends don't have a chance, which he's not buying anymore. But that means destroyers can continue, or can't continue their dominance. Heroes have to do it, but how? It's always a holy light. But there's not always a coil. Ooh, invo potion. Hero focus. Oh no! Archmage, don't tell me you die! Oh no! Okay, Stormbolt should kill the Lich, no? He's chasing so hard. Archmage is back. Stormbolt, lock and loaded. Gets it, but where's the follow-up damage? Is he diving too deep? No, he's not, as the Paladin is ready for the Holy Light. Kills him off. Feels like 1-0 lower bracket, boys. But Lich is back. Again. And Sock doesn't have much anymore. Is this all just... This is basically just heroes. How many gyros? Oh no, level 5 DK. Sock, are you really throwing this game away? Where's the army? Where are all the gyros? There we go. Okay, missed them for a while. 6 of them. Fiends can't deal with that. One gets a web out, but that's not too much. Oh, another one gets bolted as well. Almost no answer anymore. Mountain King gets saved this time. It's a little bit of mana. How are these skeletons continuously taking the workers out? Mind-boggling how he once again refuses to go Banshees. Okay, 10 supply. Might be about to die. Good reposition against the Rain of Fire. But there's so much mana. There's so much mana. Can of course heal up with Devour as well. So every water elemental is feeding these destroyers a little bit. MK is back though. But what can he stun really? Crazy back and forth between them. He wants the Lich. That's a coil on the Lich. And that means no coil on the Destro. And the kiting game continues. 35 supply only. Switching to breakers feels pretty smart. Not affected by... I mean, it's not the greatest damage, of course, but can't be attacked by destroyers. Not affected by frost armor. Can deal with skeletons. High armor as well, so that's good. Okay, this destroyer shall not die. Must not die. But how do you prevent that? One more coil? Nope! Lich in trouble as well. He's just Hail Marying this Archmage. Oh! Coil kills the Pally! No way! Double hero kill probably though. Is there something to save this Lich? He needs it so bad! Gets it off. Level 5 Archmage. Slobber knocked in this game. Observer fell off his chair probably.
A player's forces are under attack.
Now it's time to go Knights again. Who are of course a lot stronger in the DPS department. And this is Sock taking over if he's not losing all heroes. I think we're getting close to having the main mind out. Yep, 1000.
A player's forces are under attack.
Okay, 1-0 on the last lag. Still no level 5 Lich. Otherwise he could think of nuking again. He's so low on mana all the time. Okay. Finish him, Sock! There's so much Stormbolt. How many coils? I don't see it. But level 3. This is Comfort Zone. 1-0 sees it as well. Boom! Lower bracket for the DreamHack champion. Who would have thought? Sock takes this after being pretty much stomped by Happy 2 times in a row. At War 3 Champions and at ESL Cup. Oh, that was so weird. That was a weird series. That was a really weird series. I don't really know, man. This was just back and forth and constant brawling, and both are slipping in every single department a little bit. Not as high level as a Happy versus Hawk. But certainly entertaining. One of the stupidest but most entertaining games. True! Sloppy roller coaster. True! Yeah, I think 1-0 has to improve his early game. He just lets the human expand like that without too many kills. In some moments that was good, but that was also Sock not dealing with skeletons really well. And it is another Korean in the top 8 then. After Lin and Soen and Lawlight, it's either Mikael or Sock. Korea.